Hi everyone, Emma here. I have some delicious stuff to show you. So this stuff is all from AliExpress, and I think it's maybe 4 sellers total. So I will be able to put the links in for you. It may take me a bit of time, but definitely check back and see. Actually, probably by the time you see this video, it will have the links in it, but just to let you know. So let's take a look. I'm trying to decide which one to open. This is as much as what I've seen. I got them out and I put them away right away. So I've gotten into the habit now of actually opening the packages, because if I don't get to it right away and there's something wrong with one of the items, it will sometimes be beyond the term that you can do a dispute. So just as a reminder for yourself, make sure, one of the things I often do, and I'm trying not to do that anymore, is I will put my stuff away and then I don't look at them again until I go to use them. And things like closures and stuff like that, it can be months before you do a bracelet and need one of your closures, and then you realize they don't open or close, or they're stuck, or they're damaged some way, and then you go to AliExpress and it's been closed. So just check your stuff before you put it away. So let's get started. Let's do this one first, since it's one with the least amount of bling, and you see there's a lot of bling here. So I just want to check. I'm always like checking to make sure there's enough light on this, because the angle that I see it at, it's high up, so it looks like there's no. Let's just open this like this without cutting it. So I have been buying some stuff like this. You're probably like, what are you going to do with bead embroidery or with making bracelets with this stuff? But it is for bead embroidery. Let's open this up here so you can see. So this is for bead embroidery. So I would cut out stuff and then attach it to like a bead embroidery bracelet. The thing I find that's great about these sellers is they're really careful with cutting out the design for you, so that you don't get half of a design that's cut improperly. So that's really nice of them. I'm sure people complain if they do, but just saying. So they actually, so this side of the design, sorry, I'm out of frame here. This side of the design is actually, this is mirrored on the other side, but you know what? There's no other way to cut it, looks like. So this is actually really good. So if I was using this, you can still cut out this piece here and just use, you could cut out this piece here like that and just use that, and then use this whole part here. But it's really nice. So it's on this mesh is really strong. I'm surprised. I did not expect it to be that well constructed. Everything looks really good. I'm surprised the lines are straight. Yeah, I'm sure this is all done on a machine. There's a lot of stitching back and forth, but still, it's really nice. And the gold work around is really well done. That's amazing. So I'm excited about this. This will be, come out here. This will be for a big project. But again, so here's a flower here. You could, carefully cut out the flower. I'd probably leave the leaves in as well. And that's part of a bracelet. And then you have kind of an outline as to where you want to put your stuff. Here's the one thing you do have to be careful. You can see that this is continuous, so you have to find where your spots are depending on how you want to use it. But this is really lovely. Like, everything looks really good, and there's a lot of it here. So these come in, this looks probably, it's hard to say if it's a meter or two, but it's quite, and they're usually pretty careful with the folding as well. So it's really, and comes in these, the packaging is like really well packaged for the mail, so it doesn't get bent by the post office. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this stuff. So you're probably wondering, why don't I buy this at the fabric store? We had one fabric store that used to sell a lot of really incredible stuff like this, and a lot of like sari silk and just unbelievable fabric. And they closed their doors in the middle of COVID. We have one more fabric store. Every time I go in to talk to them about getting some faux suede and the fabric to make your bead mats, this stuff here, so I could cut my own bead mats to my size. They said, you know, since COVID, they haven't been able to get the stuff, and apparently it's coming from the States. A lot of the factories that make this stuff have like either COVID restrictions, so like there's been a case that's gone through the facility and closed it down for a couple of weeks and back and forth. And the increase in the sales for this kind of crafty stuff and hobby stuff has increased, I think, by 50% as well. So that makes it harder to get these things. So that's why I've been looking on AliExpress. If you have any recommendations where I can get this stuff, let me know. But you know what? I think I have enough now. That's what my wife would say. Don't you think you have enough? But you know what? She's the first person to say, there's your mailman. He's got your presents. Yes. Yes, mother. So I got this one in white. And oh my god, this is really, wow, this is really amazing. Okay, so this is the correct side. It's got the, you can see the sequins. Wow. So that is amazing. Yeah, this is quite big. This would be, you know, I would still cut these up, and I'll tell you why. Because look, here is a section here, and then this section here. You could use these little pieces on a design on a bead embroidery bracelet. The other thing that I was thinking of using these for is the clasp purses. So I would put this on the purse section and then incorporate a whole bunch more beads. But yeah, no, this is beautiful. So there's a flower here with these leaves, then some leaves. This is really beautiful. Awesome. This would be extraordinary on a wedding gown. And then these. So I wanted to do some antique looking stuff. And this to me represents that. So these are not as nice. Like, they're still pretty, but they're not as nice as like these other things. But I think maybe it's because it's so delicate that you're going to see the you know, like all the stitching that attaches it together and stuff. But this is still really beautiful. Yeah, this is really nice. So these things were, I got, you know, these ones here, I want to say they were probably $5 for a yard. But you know, I think my kind of watermark is between $2 and $3. So I don't know how much I paid for these, but when I put the links, I will, I always put the price in it as well, so you could take a look at that. So that's those. So here's the other fun stuff that I've been into lately is cup chain and using it on bead embroidery as well. Now you can use this in, making bracelets. You can, it could be a multi-strand bracelet. Let me see if I get some better light here. So you could use this in a multi-strand bracelet and then add some other stuff, or you can use this in bead weaving. So funny. I saw these, and of course they have the larger size in the picture, and it looks a bit, I don't want to say junky, but because the pearls look very plastic in the larger size. But I'll tell you, looking at these, I'm so glad I ordered these little ones. They are delicious. They're so cute. Look at that. They're really nicely done. And the chain part, like if you squeeze it together, it goes together and comes out, which makes me happy because I'm going to be using this on bead embroidery. So I'm going to be going around corners like this. That means I'll have some space for these to move really nicely to get them in a, circle pattern. So I just went ahead and bought the different color golds. So color golds, but you know what I mean, the silver with the white pearl. And I think there's 2 yards in this. And it was only maybe between $2 and $3. And I apologize, I don't have the prices offhand. I have a whole table full of unboxings to do. So normally I go through and I write all the prices down. So but the prices will be in the links. In with the links. So that's beautiful. Let's put that one there because we're going to put these away after. I'm going to need a special bin for these guys. I think initially I had some that Diane sent me and I just had them in a drawer with some other stuff, but I think it's time to totally put these are amazing. Wow. I apologize, I'm listening to the phone. I'm waiting for medical appointments, so hopefully my wife can take a message. So these are gorgeous too. There's those. Then we have